Hello, how much stocks to buy on your first trade when you start swing trading? It could depend on the strategy you are using. I like to advise that buying one share per trade is a good way to start. And whatever much that one share costs you, that is how much you are spending per trade. For instance, when we take our watch list as of May 3, 2026, we are going to analyze URI using daily chart. Based on non-option and swing trading strategy that I'm using, it makes sense for me to buy one share per trade if I just start out now, because what you need to consider is the minimum number of shares you can purchase, you can afford to purchase, and when you sell it, you will make enough profit to pay your brokerage fees and still have a little bit left. Even that's just $1 profit left. That way you can say that these stocks that you swing trade with the strategy you use, you make profit. You can have that confirmation. Therefore, next time you are going to buy that stock again, to increase that profit, you increase the number of shares to purchase based on how much you can afford to purchase. But you want to test your strategy against the stocks you want to swing trade to see if they are comparable. And again, it's based on the strategy that I'm using. I want to keep swing trading the same stocks from my watch list. So therefore, I know that I'm going to buy that stock again at some point if it is comparable with the strategy that I'm using and I can make profit with it. So for that reason, I'm okay testing it out if that's just one share and I can make profit after paying brokerage fee. And a lot of brokerage firms don't charge a lot of fees these days. So therefore, the fee is small, and buying one share of a stock, you could be able to make profit. But again, it will depend on the stock as well. For instance, I swing trade growth large cap stocks, at least at the moment. So therefore, they tend to be on the higher price. And with the strategy combined with the strategy that I'm using, when I'm looking at URI, for instance, I like to buy at the support line passing by the higher lows of the chart and sell it after all-time highest price is reached. When we are looking at URI, I have some arrows on it. Arrows facing upward shows that I purchased, arrows facing downward shows that I sold. So I purchased URI, and it seems to me that I purchased it here, which was in 2024 December, and shortly after that it pulled back, and I purchased it around this support line. March 2025, we have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, and the price on the y-axis from $0 up. It went up all the way to, it surpassed all-time highest price September 2025. I didn't sell it. It went up all the way and then pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up, and I decided that, you know what, I don't know if it's done climbing up and it will climb down or not. So I sold it, and I think I sold all of it. So I sold it here. It pulled back a little bit, but then it started going up again. So, and at this point, I don't know if this is going to be the value line or this one. But to buy it next time, I wanted to buy around this support line. So therefore, in fact, this I can color it in teal so that I can make a difference between the previous one, between this one. That way I know that that's when I wanted to buy it next time. So I don't know if it's going to come down here, and at this point I don't know if this is going to be the value line, because it went up and started doing that. But I sold it because again I wanted to hold on to it longer, thinking it's going to continue going up for the body another year, but I'm not entirely sure. So therefore I prefer to sell it and lock in the profit. But as you can see, this one that I purchased here, I pay a higher price for, using a different strategy here, where I purchased and sold few days, and I purchased it again and got stuck in it. And in 2025 I switched to long optional swing trading strategy, and here I use short optional swing trading strategy in 2024. So I purchased it around 830 or so. Let's just say 870, and I sold it around 960. Let's just say 965. So 965 minus 800, let's just say 70. I made $95 profit on per share. So buying it, even though I pay a higher price here and got stuck in it for more than a year, I pay $95 profit there. I can pay and charge few fees depending on how long you held on to the stocks when you sell it. So you don't pay anything when you buy, but you pay few fees when you sell. So like in the cents, depending on the stocks, or $1 or $2 or something like that. Again, for some, depending on the length, the period of time you held on to it, you won't pay anything. So therefore I made a good profit here, even per share. And I can say that if I have not purchased these stocks before, I will say that yes, it worked with the strategy that I'm using. I just need to improve my entry point and my exit point when it comes to these stocks. I need to actually find where that value line that is going to fall back to be my entry point, because at this point I still don't know yet. If that's this one, then I missed that window here. But is not long enough there. So we can go to maximum monthly chart here. In fact, it's long. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not 4 years. I found 6 years to be the average, but I think this could be one that you want to follow. And if that's the case, I missed that window there, or better yet, it touched the value line and start going up, maybe I shouldn't have sold it and just let it. It's like a new cycle start and just let it stay in it. But I sold it, and I'm just going to continue observing it and see what it's going to do. And if it pulls back down close to it, I might buy some shares and go from there and see if this is the value line or if it's going to come lower. But it's all by trying. You can see that even though I've been shooting these stocks for, let's just say, for 2 years now, I still have not found my entry point and my exit. I have not refined my entry point and my exit point when it comes to these stocks yet. I still have not completely understood the chart yet. So, and just for this that I pay higher price for, that was the profit that I made on it. So for this one here that I purchased lower, 607, again using 965 minus 607, that would be $358 profit per share. So based on this strategy, when I'm trying new stocks or I just start swing trading, I could buy just one share of the stocks to try it out, to stretch my small capital so that I can have money in the account to buy other stocks on my watch list when they are low for me to buy. Because again, I like to buy at the support line passing by the valley of the chart and sell it after all-time highest peak is reached. Swing trading growth stocks. Based on this strategy that I'm using, it's safe for me to say that how much to pay for stocks when you are buying and you just start swing trading could be as low as the equivalent of, or how much you need to buy one share of that particular stocks, if that is the profit you are going to make on it, your estimated profit is high enough for you to pay your brokerage fee and still have about $1 profit or more left, and then go up from there. So what about you? Based on the strategy do you use? If you just start swing trading, you are new at it, how much do you recommend, or how much will you want to spend buying stocks, as a beginner? So thank you so much for watching, and to buy this is now where I will buy it. I would prefer to wait for that to be close to either one of my value line, support value line, before I make my entry again. We thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you for all your comments, and for this is an example of how many number of shares that I purchased of those stocks. But again, I've been swing trading since 2024, and I'm still working on it. How much to spend per trade, I'm still working on that. Even this year, like how much I'm comfortable spending per trade, even now I'm still working on that, so that I don't spend all my money buying stocks because they are going to be in the portfolio for a while before I sell it for profit. As others are setting up for me to buy, I still want to have money in the account to buy. So what would be my sweet spot? I'm still working on determining that, and at the same time have a good profit when I sell the stock, worth my time holding on to it. So I'm still working on that sweet spot. It's not like be done with it. The strategy that I used in 2024, just buying few shares, was different from the number of shares I tried to buy in 2025, and is different from the number of shares I want to buy in 2026. I keep working on it to see at the stage I am now how much I want to spend per trade. I'm still like based on the goal I wanted to reach, I'm still working on that. So thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you for all your comments, and we thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, and on our channel we like to share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence. And swing trading could be another stream of income. Just start small and grow your accounts from there. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I just swing trade in my husband and I joint account, working toward our financial independence goal, and what I learned, what works for me, what does not work, skills that I'm gaining from it. I like to share that with you as well, so that you can find tips that you find useful, you can improve on it to use in your own financial success journey. So will you please proceed with caution. For more videos in this series, will you please check our playlist How to Start Swing Trading Step by Step Using Long Uptrend Line in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by our online store Label.com, where we sew to sell household products. So if you are looking for tote bag or cloth napkin, will you please check our online store Label.com. Thank you so much for your time. Happy swing trading.